Today is day 17 of the apple cider vinegar test to see if I can get rid of my reflux by using apple cider vinegar and also the plant-based diet. Now, in yesterday's video, I talked about how I may have potentially solved my acid reflux and gotten rid of it by using the apple cider vinegar and a plant-based diet, because what I was feeling is that sphincter was really shutting up very tight indeed, and also the fact that I'm supplementing the low stomach acid by using apple cider vinegar, and that's also helping the food digest properly so it doesn't stay there too long and ferment. Now, in yesterday's video, I also mentioned that on that particular day yesterday, I did actually have reflux because I'd eaten something really, really late just before I went to bed the night before, which is really obviously quite a stupid thing to do. I guess I was kind of testing it out to see what would happen. And it's almost like, because the reflux came back, I can now, I guess, confidently say that I was able to get rid of it by doing the apple cider vinegar in the first place. So hopefully by just continuing to do the apple cider vinegar as I'm planning to do, we'll just eventually get the reflux to go again, as long as I don't do anything stupid like eating the wrong foods or eating too late at night, that sort of stuff. So when I say I think I have solved my acid reflux with apple cider vinegar, while I do literally have it right now, I've got that sensation of lump in the throat and all that stuff, I can say that I did manage to get it to go. So I would say definitely that apple cider vinegar does work in this situation. It might not work for you, but it seems to have worked for me. So I'm hopeful that in the next few days, I'm going to be able to get it to go again. So that is, so now that's out of the way. The next thing that I want to talk about is the idea of trying to stimulate your vagus nerve. Now, I've been talking a lot about tension, muscle tension dysphonia over the last week or so, and steps you can take, and that I'm taking at the moment to manage that, and try to get that right down. And that's also linked in with anxiety as well. So if I can start the anxiety, then the tension will go. Now, the vagus nerve is described by one person on YouTube as the queen of the nerves in your body. So the vagus nerve is basically controlled mostly by your emotions, and it is responsible for like your happiness, your mood, and also your like all the muscles in your body. So if you're really, really tense all throughout your body, it's generally a sign that your vagus nerve is not being stimulated properly and is possibly damaged. So the best thing that you can do, and this is something that I've been looking into today for not the first time, but looking into it properly for the first time. So what you can do to stimulate it is there are several massage things that you can do. So the vagus nerve is located here, but it also goes right down to your stomach and everything. But what you can do is cold water therapy in order to stimulate that. Now, I actually did cold showers every day for a year, I think back in 2022. I think it was last year, but it was possibly the year before that. And during that time, I actually managed to develop my mixed voice. So, is there a connection there? Was it because I was doing the cold water therapy that meant I was loosened up everywhere around here and I was able to resonate properly? I'm not sure. But that would appear to line up with the dates and stuff. So what I decided to do this evening is I went into the pool. We have a pool here, and in Australia in August now, it is absolutely freezing. If you're from America or Europe or somewhere else in the world, you might think of Australia as a country that's hot all the time, but in winter it does get very, very cold. So in Sydney here, on August the 3rd, I went into the cold water here in a pool, and it's unbelievably cold. But the reason I did that was to see if I could activate this vagus nerve that is supposedly damaged if I've got all this tension and anxiety and stuff. And what was quite amazing is that immediately afterwards, after coming out of the pool, and I went in for about 5 minutes, and it actually got a lot easier after the first 3 minutes. The first 3 minutes was horrible, but it got a lot easier. But when I got out and I was in the shower inside, I could basically, my tongue was loose and everything, and I was able to resonate properly and everything. So that was really, really cool. But the issue is, how do you maintain that feeling, that openness, that looseness? Is looseness the word? Or that loose feeling? How do you maintain that throughout the day? Because it didn't last very long. It lasted maybe 30, 40 minutes. Lasted maybe 30, 40 minutes. So I'm wondering, how can I get that feeling the whole time? Is that something that's just going to come with time, and with the cognitive behavioral therapy that I'm now doing, is that going to help my vagus nerve as well? We'll see. Now, a test that you can do to see if your vagus nerve is working well is if you do the now, this is the thing that I was talking about yesterday with Ken Tamplin, how that's the sound which, according to him, grows the voice. And I can definitely believe him on that. So if you make a big like this, what you want to see is your uvula, the kind of like the punching bag at the back of your throat. Is that rising as you do that, as you go up in pitch? So and what you want is that kind of buzzy sound. But with me, typically, if I'm not all loose and everything, that uvula doesn't rise, which is essentially showing that my vagus nerve, I've forgotten that for a second, that is showing that my vagus nerve is not generally stimulated most of the time. But whenever I've had a really, really good vocal day, that's again something that I've noticed, along with the loose tongue that I talked about in yesterday's video, as well as a loose tongue. I've noticed that uvula is rising as I go up in pitch and mixing. So yeah, it was really interesting to test out the cold water stuff, because obviously, as I said, I'd done it, for a whole year even. But this was longer. This was slightly longer, 5 minutes. This was in a pool, so like fully submerged. And supposedly you meant to go up to your neck, because obviously that's where it is. So obviously I'm going to try that, and I'm wondering, maybe if I do it for a certain number of days in a row, will that, I guess, make it second nature to me, that it will get it working consistently. That's something I'm going to be doing. So the next, I guess, series that I might be doing, considering in my mind, I've solved the acid reflux issue. And so I guess the next series could be doing cold water to activate the vagus nerve to get rid of your muscle tension, which will get rid of the anxiety, or maybe that's all linked. Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's the situation at the moment. And that's basically it. So that's it for today, and I'll see you all tomorrow. And I'm gonna do the cold water thing in the morning before I go to work, and I'm gonna do it for, I think, 10 minutes, which is a long time, and I'm not sure if it makes much difference going 5 minutes to 10 minutes, because supposedly after about 2 or 3 minutes, the benefits have kind of maxed out. So I'm not sure doing 10 minutes will make any more difference. But and something else is that I'm not going to do a warm shower immediately after doing the plunge in the pool, because that might, I guess, kind of reverse what I was trying to achieve by doing the cold water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the plunge, then come back and then do a cold shower to, I guess, wash off the chlorine and stuff. And we'll see if that helps. And tomorrow night when I come home and do some more singing, I'll report back and let you know how I get on with that. So that's what we're up to. I hope this is interesting. It's day 17 of apple cider vinegar test. I believe that's kind of done now, but I will keep doing it until I can actually get it to properly go again, because as I said, it kind of came back because I was being really stupid. So I'll keep going with this, but as you may have seen from the last few videos, we've kind of moved more into trying to deal with muscle tension, dysphonia, and anxiety, and all these other things, which I guess are the underlying causes of my vocal health issues, which I'm trying to solve. So yeah, that's it, and I will see you all tomorrow.